Functions in R. A function is a code used to execute a specific task. Functions are stored as R objects, and these are just object files that contain that. Now, base R, or the core of R, has over 1,000 functions built in. Now, a function can be as simple as sum, right? Which is just summary or average or min or max of a vector, some aspect of your data. But that's just within base R, because the CRAN repository has hundreds of thousands of functions that are being created all the time. And each of these R functions comes with its own help page. Now, you can use Google to access those functions help page, but it's often more easy to just type a question mark directly followed by the function's name within the console itself, which will then automatically pop up the help page as well as the syntax and the variables and values that can be leveraged within that function itself. Some of the more common base functions here include append, which is just adding an element to a vector. So if you think of adding if you had a vector of 1 through 5 and you wanted to add 6 to that, instead of creating a new vector of 1 through 6, you could just use the append command. C is essentially for combining or concatenating values into a vector list. Identical is a comparison of if two objects are exactly equal. Length is measuring the actual length of the R objects, which is often great for character string counts. ls is a fantastic tool for listing all of the objects that exist in the current environment. The range will return the minimum and maximum values of the vector. If you wanted to create an artificial data set, you could use the rep function for repeating a number x n amount of times. If you want to reverse an argument, you can just use the rev function. You can also develop sequences from x to y spaced by n, like a count from 1 to 100 by 5s. Unique is also very useful as a data scientist for removing duplicate entries within a vector. Some of these are much more common for working with natural language processing, such as to lower and to upper when converting strings. grep, if you've ever heard of regex or regular expression, it's very common as well. You can use the summary command for object summaries. str is one of the most common functions you'll use when exploring a data set because it allows you to see the structure of the R objects. Glimpse is similar to structure, but it's used through the dplyr package. Class will show you the classes of the objects. Mode will get or set the types of storage modes of an object. Summary again return object summaries, and there's to lower again as well for converting those strings.